So, Marvel is Dead Part 2, and Kevin Feige fucked it to death with the DEI and
The
the
MCU.
the girl bossness is. But Eric,
No, this we just came across a brand new thing from Midnight's Edge.
another botching Blade and a
Was just
non-stop failures.
We just posted a couple hours ago, as the time we watched it, and it did go into the same interview in Variety that we had seen
In the previous Marvel's Dead.
And one of the things, it did mention Blade and what he wanted to do to Blade, which I'm so glad that didn't happen. You know,
Wesley Snipes is Blade, and that's it. You get the old man propped up. You had fucking Ozzy Osbourne in a goddamn chair so he could sing. You don't need that with Wesley Snipes. Make it fucking happen. That's easy. Put him in the leathers, make him fight vampires, something else, and that's it. It's not really hard, and you could get the Midnight Suns and the Book of Darkhold and all sorts of shit. The Man-Thing, Ghost Rider, whichever iteration you want.
Any number of things you could do with Blade.
The Devil, what's his name?
In the MCU. Mephisto, even.
Yes. Not being Sacha Baron Cohen, which that's retarded.
Oh my god.
He's gonna, what's he gonna be, a fucking Crazy Ali? What's that thing? On HBO, wasn't it? Anyway, so just what the actual fuck?
So
and even tied into Doctor Strange and everything. Sorry, tied into Doctor Strange and all sorts of other shit, and and the multiverse and other dimensions. But no, you'd have to have people that could actually write, that aren't hack writers, and that could think, and maybe they know something about the comic books.
Maybe have a little oversight.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's what's missing right now. And this video, this pretty much connected a bunch of dots for me that I hadn't really connected for myself. In that, there was a committee.
Yeah.
The Marvel Studios creative
committee,
folks that were pretty much,
not CBA accurate so much, but at least the feel and the spirit.
They were there to review the scripts and review the projects and make sure that they were all consistent and fit their storytelling needs, and also was faithful and consistent with the original source material.
And didn't suck ass like everything since Endgame has.
And then...
except for Wolverine, Deadpool and Wolverine.
Right, which was pretty much all Ryan Reynolds, and they just let him do his thing.
Well, he was allowed to, but that was the movie that was approved when Bobby wasn't technically there.
Yeah, and there was things that, I've seen Ryan Reynolds even, saying things, they couldn't believe some of the things that they were letting pass. They were shooting it, and then, they're going, can I do this? Can we do that? And I said, yeah, sure, why not? And they're like, really? So,
yeah.
But that's because they had faith in Ryan.
Well, and the person who was in charge of Disney, Marvel's parent company, actually saw the tea leaves and was like, shit, we got to save this.
Yeah.
And
how can you blow it when you get Hugh Jackman on board with Ryan Reynolds? And it was Hugh Jackman's idea. He was the one who called them. They didn't call him. He pulled off to the side of the road and called, hey, Ryan, blah, blah, blah. Deadpool and Wolverine, what do you think? Let's make that happen. And they did, and it was awesome.
So, back to it. Eric's revelation that Kevin Feige really has shit the bed.
Yeah, because, the oversight committee
was fired after they got rid of Ike Perlmutter, who owned Marvel.
Right. But still, when it was active, the oversight committee even would step in to Kevin and say, no, you can't do that. You can't do it like that.
Yeah.
That's not the way it was. And because that was their job, was to...
And don't you miss the franchise? Is the franchise coming back?
To keep it reined in.
Is it? Is the franchise coming back?
Not anytime soon.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
And with Kevin Feige in total creative control is where we got the MCU and all the things that have been...
We're going to have a Lady Cock Blade. No, thank you.
No, yeah, Blade's daughter and a whole bunch of other girl bosses.
So if Blade's daughter...
And they're going to relegate Blade to a side character.
So would Blade's daughter...
Who wants to see that?
Nobody. even if it was somebody else that wasn't playing Blade, because it just wouldn't work. So it's like watching Blade 3 all over again. So does that mean that Blade's daughter would be a quarter vampire?
Oh God, I don't know her whole.
Well, you know those.
Her mother.
Oh, yeah, but you know how those Democrats are, those social justice warriors, those progressives. That one drop rule. They made the rules up, not me. I'm just saying. So if you don't know what the one drop rule is, crack open a history book and look it up.
Anyway, yeah.
Just wow.
Doing away with that committee was
the death nail, and they didn't even know it.
That was their worst mistake.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember back, the Star Trek and Star Wars novels had committees assigned to them.
Yeah.
To review the books before they were published and point out inconsistencies or anything that needed to be revised, this or that, to keep them all consistent. And it's not uncommon.
And they should have used that. Well,
and
Berman should have used that for generations.
I don't know who those people were, and I don't know what Feige's problem with it was, except that he wanted to go this certain direction, and they're like, no, dude, that's not how it was. You can't do it like that.
Yeah.
And look at the quality that we got from that. And it was also the whole plussing and
plussing
meaning adding things as they go.
And not really having a...
But plussing still suggests that you have a script to
work from.
That you're working from in the first place. And yeah, if things happen on set, we'll keep them, we'll throw them in, whatever, but you still had a script.
Yeah. So...
And I guess all the way back to Iron Man, the first movie, they really didn't have a complete script or whatever, but they had Jon Favreau.
Yeah, to patch over the...
And Robert Downey and
to patch over the bald spots.
And people who could...
fake it till they made it.
Well, yeah.
And these fucks can't even fake it because they aren't making it.
Like James Gunn and so
then it's also interesting the directors that were creative differences.
And even the Russo brothers, I guess,
But the creative differences, like in the Ant-Man movie, was that just so much that Kevin couldn't handle it? Because I think that would have been wild. The first director from Shaun of the Dead?
Yeah.
That could have been interesting.
Yeah. But... And
you're going to go see Fantastic Four. I'm just saying.
I'm still planning to. I mean...
We've got a couple days.
I'm kind of committed because I got a date, not a
hetero date, but a
homoplatonic date.
There you go. Same sex, non-sexual date.
But
that sounds creepier, but
well, that's what people think of us when we go out.
Really?
We look like a gay couple.
Wow! Anyway, oh my God!
No, we don't. But depending,
you have a solemnity to you.
We look like a couple of old queens.
Anyway, with that, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, tell us what you think. Bye-bye.